What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make the security breach atrium in Minecraft. This is part 23, and in this one, we're going to be doing the full left wall as far as getting it filled out and just doing the, like the signs. So, Superstar Arcade, L-chips, and mazercise. We don't do the pixel art or anything. I mean, we do the pixel art for mazercise, but not like the glass pixel art is what I meant. And we get up to this pillar, which is where we'll stop. Anyway, that's all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so as promised, we're doing the left side here. And we're going to start from the corner and just work our way forward. So we're doing Superstar Arcade, then L-chips, then mazercise for the signage. For Superstar Arcade, you want to start by getting out the following. You want the following concretes, actually, to start. Gray, black, and white. You then want polished blackstone. And then the following wool colors. You're going to want green, yellow, magenta, blue, and then pale oak signs, which are kind of a maybe, and you'll see why. The first thing you're going to want to do is where you have the gray concrete at the top here for the, the top line of the door. You're going to, I don't know why that was so hard. You're going to want to make sure that below it, where you have, you may have the magenta like I do directly below the gray. I think I told you to place it there. You want to make it gray concrete instead. Like so. You're then going to start from either side, it doesn't matter which one, and you're just going to kind of go diagonally inside of these gray concrete you just placed on the floor and do alternating white and black concrete. It should have the same color on both ends, whether that be white or black is up to you, but for me it is white. You'll then place a row of polished blackstone on top. And then this is the fun part, going left to right from each row, which is if you're looking at it like just straight on like I am, the left side will be this side over here, which is closer to L-chips. You're going to place the following. For this first row, you're just going to follow the diagonal and place 1 green, 2 yellow, 3 green, yellow. Next row, magenta, green, 2 magenta, green, blue, green. Next row, 2 green, magenta, green, yellow, magenta, blue. Hey, in the order of our inventory. And the final row, yellow, 4 green, magenta, green. And that's the door. If you take the center polished blackstone here, what did I just break? A magenta, okay. You're going to take not the middle one itself, but the polished blackstone off either side of it, and the side that is closer of the block to that inner blackstone, and you're going to place a pale oak sign on either one. And you don't want to place it blank like I did. You want to do the same thing we did last part, where you type on the second line out of, and on the third line order in all caps, and then you do the red dye and the glowing sec. I'm just going to go over to the other sign and press Control block big and then place it that way, because I'm a little bit lazy. But anyway, you can then clear your inventory and get out the following. Cyan terracotta. Gray concrete again. Then magenta concrete. Blue concrete. And then you want the following terracottas. You want light blue, lime, yellow, and just the basic terracotta. First thing you're going to do is take the cyan terracotta on either side, the like 2x2s here, and extend them up with 13 cyan terracotta each. Just like so. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I don't think I said that yet. I am for the most part. Recorded 2 of these in a day. It's been a while since I've done that. I've been kind of cooling off, just Did not force myself to do all that. Again, if you're looking at it kind of straight on like this, you're going to take the left cyan pillar and the, like, kind of outer edge of it, this corner edge, if you will. And you're going to take the cyan not directly above the gray, but 3 more up from that one. So you see I'm, again, 1 row above the gray. I'll then count up 1, 2, 3. And off the outer edge of this one, you're placing a magenta concrete. You're then kind of going diagonally in the same way the door itself is. You're placing a blue concrete. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more magentas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you should kind of end on the outer edge of the other cyan pillar. You know the drill, going left to right on top of that diagonal. If you're looking at it, you'll do the following. The next row will be 2 magenta, blue, magenta, blue, magenta, blue, 4 magenta. Since we have no repeats between concretes and terracottas, I'm just going to say the color. And I won't specify other than that. Next row, you'll place 3 magenta, blue, light blue, 4 blue, 2 magenta. Next row, magenta, 2 blue, light blue, lime, yellow, blue, yellow, 2 blue, magenta. Next row, magenta, blue, 2 lime, regular old terracotta, 4 yellow, blue, magenta. Next row, 2 magenta, blue, terracotta, blue, yellow, 3 blue, and then 2 magenta. Next row, 2 magenta, 2 blue, magenta, 2 blue, and then 4 magenta. And then for the final row, you will place 5 magenta, blue, 5 magenta. And that is your sign. One more thing we need to do that is preparation for later and is not important at all right now, but I want to do it now anyway. If you are kind of looking at the top of the door we placed, on top of each wool here, you're placing a gray concrete. You're then from that point up diagonally out from the grays, you're placing a just diagonal line of magenta concrete back here, just over the door. This will be helpful when we fill in the walls later because we can kind of just join everything together. And you see here that actually does line up on this side. This side you're a little bit off, but you'll see it doesn't matter a ton. I guess the only recommendation I'd actually have is if you bring this diagonal on the back, another diagonal backwards, and then you'll go forward diagonally 1 and then over 1. And in this little hole, you'll place, I'll say just in line with the gray here. I'll place some magenta to fill this in. Again, I know that's very strange, but you can kind of hopefully see what I mean there by that particular set of instructions. And then again, you'll see this end magenta we placed will connect into this one if you were to bring it down, but we're not worried about that yet. Next doorway. Before we clear our inventory, I want to confirm the state with the gray concrete. I'm outside of the thing though, so let me get back in first. For the L-ship doorway, we can bring it back, or I guess out, an additional 2 rows with gray. Just like this. And then, in line with the center one of those 3, you'll place gray concrete in the floor. And I also have it on the inside row, which is here. Yeah, I've got here. I just don't have it on the side closer to the atrium for some reason. I don't know why. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. So, clear your inventory regardless and get out the following. Diorite walls. Blackstone walls. polished black stone stairs, both brown and orange wool, cyan terracotta, red concrete, dark oak trapdoors, and we'll stop there. Sure. In the doorway here, again, if you're looking at it from the atrium side, you're going to go left to right in line with this middle row on the floor, or this row of gray concrete closer to you. And you'll do alternating black stone and diorite walls. Again, doesn't matter which is first and last, just whatever. Going left to right from there, you'll place an upside down polished black stone stair facing right. Then 2 facing forward that are still upside down. Then a right side up one facing right. Then 4 facing forward. 1 facing left. Then 2 upside down ones facing forward, and then an upside down one facing right. On the furthest left stair here, you'll place an orange wool. And then you'll just continually go up diagonally right and down diagonally right repeatedly to create a little... What do you even call it? I guess a zigzag pattern. Yeah. If you then, on top of each orange wool, place 2 brown wool and another orange, you'll make the same zigzag pattern, just a little bit higher. This door was very easy to design, thankfully. And then any gaps you're left with, you will also fill in with brown wool. Oh god. There you go. Next up. You want to take the cyan terracotta on either side of the doorway and extend each cyan up by 11. The height of it should be 4 higher than the door. Just as a reference point. Nice. On the front rows of cyan terracotta, which are the ones closer to you, you'll place dark oak trapdoors, and on the back row, you'll place red concrete, which you can also connect together just for fun. When I say just for fun, I mean we'll need it anyway later, so we might as well do it now. Extend the red an additional 4 off the left and right. Yeah, I feel like we can finish this whole wall. I don't know. You'll then go up diagonally out by 2 on both sides. Up by 5. Up diagonally, in by 2, and then you'll connect together at the top from there. And this kind of looks like a tray. I mean, it is a tray. It's a really long tray, actually. You'll then, a block embedded in, you'll fill in the center of this with red concrete. This red concrete will actually be in line with the magenta walls if you just kind of look down and see, yep, I'm in line with that. Then that means you're in the correct spot. And then we can throw the letters on, and then we can do mazercise sign, which is probably the most complicated of these 3. I like how we started with the easiest and are ending with the hardest. Even though I didn't want to do Superstar Arcade, it was still easy. I think Fastcade is worse, though. Clear your inventory and get out the following. You want bamboo planks, bamboo stairs, bamboo slabs, magenta concrete, and ochre frog lights. So, starting from the bottom left of this, you're taking this singular red concrete diagonal, the bottom left one, and you're counting up 2 and right 1 and going right, placing 2 bamboo planks. Extend the left one up by 3 and then right 1. Below the top plank, you're placing a bamboo slab. It'll leave you with a half a block gap here. And then below that, you'll place another upside down slab. Right of that E, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place a row of 4 bamboo planks extending up. Bottom block will be brought right by 1. From that block, you'll extend, or you'll leave a gap of 3 extending right, and on the 4th block, place an upside down stair facing left. Extend it up with 2 planks, and then a stair facing left. Extend either stair right with a plank, and then if you basically right of that plank, you're placing the same stair that you have to the left of the plank, but facing the opposite, but facing right rather than left, I guess. So from the bottom here, you'll place an upside down stair facing right, and from the top, a right side up stair facing right. Extend either stair inward with a slab that is up against these stairs, so the top is upside down and the bottom is not, and it should give you this. Leave a gap of 1 going right from that and place a row of 4 planks extending up. Then do that one more time. And if you take the, not the bottom plank, but the one above, you'll connect them together with an upside down slab, with a slab on top of that. Gap of 1 going right, row of 4 planks extending up. Again, do that one more time. From this top plank, you'll extend right by 1 from this right row. Right with a stair facing right. Down with a plank. Down with an upside down stair facing right, and then left with a plank. From the top right of the P, you'll, to the right of it, place an upside down bamboo slab with a plank on top. From the upside down slab of that, you want to count right by 2 and place a stair facing left. Right of it, an upside down slab, and then right of that, a stair facing right. From the left stair, you'll go down with an upside down stair facing left. Right with a slab. Down with an upside down slab. Right with a stair facing right. Down with an upside down stair facing right. Left with a slab, and then left with an upside down stair facing left. Don't know why I over stylized the S here, but I mean it is, so. It's like the font is thinner. I don't know why I did that. Guess I wanted to be fancy. Anyway. On top of the L-shaped door itself, you should have the 3 rows of gray. You'll take the center one and extend up with a row of magenta concrete. Then a row of ochre frog lights, and then 2 more rows of magenta concrete. And that's the L-shaped sign done. Now it's time for the, I'd say the monster of this part, which is mazercise. So mazercise has a lot going on, including a lot of blocks. Get out the following concrete colors. We need terracottas as well, but we're just going to start with the concretes. You need lime, black, yellow, orange, red, magenta, light blue, pink, and I think that's it. You need also, as far as terracottas, you'll just need blue terracotta for now. But yeah, that's, I believe, all of the colors that we'll need. We'll be able to get rid of the black fairly quickly as well, which will be nice. If you take this row of green here on the left, this row of 4, you're going to extend the rightmost, or sorry, lime, not green. You're extending the rightmost lime up by 2. Up diagonally right. Up 2. Up diagonally right. Up 2. Up diagonally right. Up 2. Up diagonally right. Up. And then right by 4. Each of those end 4 limes you'll extend up by 1. That's really just to block off this from going higher than we need it, and you'll see what I mean in a second when I say that. Each of the bottom limes you're extending up by 9. If you can. Just kidding, you can for all of them. What is going on? There we go. Like so. You'll end up connecting the top lime concretes together there. And again, on the like far left, you'll extend the top lime to the left, and it'll connect diagonally into more lime, because why wouldn't it? But it'll look like this, essentially. There are only two other requirements here. On top of each black concrete and over the doorway, you're placing lime concrete going across. So again, you'll just go on top of each black like this, and then once I hit the door, I'll just place a row directly above the doorway. It should be a 4x3 like this. The rest of the gaps here that we created, you'll fill in with black concrete, including this kind of trapezoid-shaped one on the left. And yeah. That's the easy part of this side. It's not that this one is, like, horrible. It's just, it's a lot more, I think, than the other ones as far as amount of pixel arting that is happening. Whatever that even means. You know what? It honestly works. I have no further comments or questions. So. Hey, we're 20 minutes in. Anyway, you should end up with this. If you take the left side here, this top row of lime that we have that is part of the windows we just made, which are blacked out and you can't see through them, but they're still windows. You're placing magenta on top of the left 4 lime. You'll then go forward diagonally right with a blue terracotta. And this blue will extend all the way right until it overhangs the lime by 1. And then from there, you'll go up diagonally right by 1, because why not? Up 1. And then you'll go all the way back left and connect back into the first blue terracotta you placed. You'll also be tucked just under the final row of lime, if that's important at all. It really isn't, but I figured I'd mention it regardless. You'll place magenta concrete in this strip you just made. And I'm also going to fill in this funny little shape to the left of it by just bringing that magenta up. So, next up. How do we even, like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to instruct any of this. It just, my brain isn't really agreeing with it. So, we're going to try our best. Get rid of the black concrete and get out magenta terracotta. And we're going to go letter at a time, I think, because I don't know what else to really do. You're going to place going, first off, to the right of this line, you're placing a blue terracotta. Right of that, you'll place 2 yellow. Bring each of them up by 1 to create a square. The top right yellow, you'll extend up by 3. And then the top 2 yellow, you'll extend each right by 4. The right row of yellow and the center row, you'll extend down by 3 each, and that's your M. Just to the right of these bottom 2 yellow, you'll place 2 pink concrete extending right from each. So again, you have that square. The right row of pink, you'll extend up by 2. Up diagonally right. Right, and then all the way down. Of this row of 5 pink on the right, the center one, you'll extend left by 1 to create an A, like so. From the bottom right pink, you'll place 3 light blue concrete to the right. The leftmost light blue, you'll extend up 1. Up diagonally right 2. Up, left 2. Just to the right of that, you're placing, from the Z in total, you're placing a row of 5 magenta terracotta extending up. The top and bottom ones will be brought right by 2 each, and the center one will be brought right by 1. You'll then leave a gap of 1 going right and place 4 pink concrete extending up. Extend right by 3. Not the furthest right one, but the one to the left of that, you'll extend down by 3 and right by 1. That is both the R and the C, they're just interconnected. To the right of that, you're placing a row of 4 yellow extending up. Then going up from there, place a blue terracotta and a yellow concrete. Right of the bottom yellow, you'll place 2 light blue extending right. Up 1. Up diagonally left. Up. Right. To the right of that S, you're placing a full row of 4 magenta terracotta going up. Every single one but the second up, you'll extend right with 2 magenta. So just the top 2 and the bottom 1. From the top right of that, you'll place a blue terracotta to the right, then 2 magenta concrete. Extend either magenta up by 3, and then you'll place a magenta left and right of each of the middle 2 rows, which will give you a 4x4 square without the corners, my favorite. You essentially want to trace the outside of these letters with 1 row of blue terracotta, that funny little circle included. So if I take the side over here, I'm just going to place blue terracotta going around the yellow. And I'm going to keep the corners out, but you want to make sure you're covering the entire side of them on the top. And really the only exceptions are, you see here, like between the M and the A, you have this, it almost ends up being a 7. This singular blue will be brought up by 1 like that. And then you'll go kind of across the tops here. I'll place 1 to the right of the E. And then I'll pretty much just go straight across here. Make sure I surround this top yellow. And then I'll surround this dot as well. And once I reach the bottom here, instead of kind of having this little divot where the E is, I'm just going to place a blue there to kind of flatten it off. And so you can visualize this a little bit better, it's also not a bad idea to fill in the center of the letters with the same blue terracotta. So it should look like this, hopefully. To the right of this sign, you want to take this, I guess really just the, like this kind of, how do I explain this? You have 2 rows just below the dot, which are going to be these 2 blues, the one that I'm highlighting right now and the one above it, which is this one. You're going to the right of either of them, place 8 lime concrete. You're going to add a 9th to that top row, though. Then from that end lime, you're going to go up diagonally right by 2 with yellow. Then 2 with orange. And then 2 with red. And that top red will be in line with the top row of blue on the little dot. Or the, I guess, trim on the dot. Okay, now that that part is done, we can go a little bit, I think, easier through the next bit. So, starting from the left here on top of this lime, you're going to just place kind of yellow, just 1 row tracing it. No extra diagonals or anything, just 1 singular row tracing. And I'll kind of go right an additional 1, which will diagonally connect to the M, but it's fine. So if I'm looking at the yellow now, I'm going to take the 3rd row of 3. So basically the 3rd row of 3 vertically. So first, second, third. I'll place an additional yellow on top. I'll then take this row of 2 to the right of it, and I will extend up an additional 2. Up diagonally, right 1, and then just connect to the right. And I'll place a yellow in there. I'll leave the right side alone because that doesn't really matter. Then on top of the yellow, I'm placing orange concrete. I guess on top of and to the left. And again, it's just 1 row, no extra diagonals or anything, and you're just kind of doing this. And then again, if you're looking at the rows, it goes 3, 3, and then 4. On top of that 4, you'll place 1. On top of the next 3, you'll place 1. And then on top of this 1, you'll place 1, along with on top of this 4 of orange, you'll place 1, which is going to be 6 in total. And then I'll bring another one to the right just for fun. Hopefully that's easy enough. You'll then place red on top of and to the left of that orange. And I'm not going to go any further in just yet. However, you're placing one red on top of each red, starting from after this row of 3. So it should be this row of 5 here. You'll place 1, 1, 1, 1, and then a full row here. And you can kind of see what that gives you. The top 2 rows of red are the easiest because you'll just kind of bring them across, not there, and they'll end up just really only connecting into the blue, again, from that dot. I guess the dot on the eye will also get in the way, but then you'll go through that and connect into the red at the far end here. The kind of gaps at the top of the letters here that you'll end up having after placing the 2 rows of red will just be orange concrete. And then again on the right side here, you'll have the 2 rows of orange, and then you'll be left with 2 rows to fill in with yellow. And that is the mazercise sign done. I told you that one was probably the most complicated here. I'm just thinking about the other side. We have 2 signs on that side, and they're Bonnie Bowl and Fazkid. And frankly, neither of them are that bad. Bonnie Bowl does have a nice pixel art going, but I don't think anything is going to come close to this as far as difficulty in the Atrium. So, you can clear your inventory and get out the following. Magenta concrete, pearlescent frog lights, and your good old friend the sea lantern. First thing I'm going to do is take this 2x2 pillar of magenta concrete and just bring it like all the way up. This will end up wanting to be the same height as the walls when we place them, so I'm just going to go to like there for now. It doesn't have to be perfect, we'll adjust it once we need to, but we just need it as a border. That's all. If you are looking at the mazercise sign, you're going to want to take the leftmost row of the top row, or the leftmost block of this top row of red, which is this one. Back diagonally up with a magenta, up by 1, and then up with a pearlescent frog light. Then above that you'll place 2 magenta, sea lantern, 2 magenta, and that should be, you can actually just use this to mark how high the pillar should be, because this is how high you need to go, and you see I went 1 too tall, of course. Left of the frog light, or going left of the frog light, you'll do the following. You'll go down diagonally left, left, down diagonally left by 2, then down. I'm going to try to keep these the same way. Down diagonally left 1, down by 3, down diagonally left, down 3 again, down diagonally left, and down 1. And you should be connecting to the side of the pillar with that final row, or at least diagonally touching it. With the sea lantern, you'll go left, down diagonally left, left, down diagonally left 2, down, down diagonally left, down, down diagonally left, and down 3. Which should give you this. Now for the fun part, and probably where this part will end up ending. This entire wall is going to want to be filled up to this height with magenta concrete. And you want to make sure that these strips end up... Obviously they're stopping where they are here, but they'll end up connecting all the way around to the ones we have up there. And it should line up. I'm going to actually take this row of sea lanterns, and I'm going to bring it all the way forward until I see that I'm on the final magenta of this wall here, which is about there. And from there I can just check the Y coordinate and see that they're the same. I guess I'll bring the frog lights as well, I don't really know. But yeah, you're just kind of filling around these signs and everything. And where we have that corner, it all should be marked. That's kind of the ideal situation here. Whether it be marked from these magentas, like the ones on this diagonal, or the ones over top of that door, it depends. They might be different. But either way, you just want to make sure that all of it is brought up to the same height. And yeah. So I think the plan right now is next part will be the right wall, and then we'll probably end up doing the like glass pixel art or whatever other pixel art we'll need for the top, and then just kind of slowly fill things in. We'll probably end up doing all the detailing after the walls are put in, and then you'll do the front wall last, plus the details that we'll need with it. And then I guess ceiling would be actually last. So, yeah. This corner is odd, by the way. You do have like this weird kind of bump out going, but I should also mention and confirm you do want 2 rows of magenta on top of the sea lantern row, at least for this portion. Anything beyond what we've placed, or anything beyond where the gray and stuff is, we brought that out as far as we needed it. So everything else is magenta. Even if you think it should be gray, it shouldn't be. It's lying. It lies. But anyway, you'll kind of see what I mean here. Like with this row, you'll have 2 magenta there, but you won't go higher than that, and it'll cut off 2 blocks of the checkerboard, but that's it. And yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway. If anyone has any, like, interesting build ideas or anything, let me know. Or any tutorial that I've hinted at and that you're excited for. Kind of interested if anybody has any, like, crazy ones that they're like, ooh. I'm interested to do FNAF World. That's, I think, one of the more... I don't think it's going to be my favorite, but it's just so different to where I can't really, like, cannot be excited for it. It feels like it is definitely an experimental kind of tutorial, just to see how people react to it and whatnot. But I don't know. Baldi should be fun. Not really looking forward to it, though. Just because Baldi doesn't have enough, like, detail or anything for me to, like, look at it and be like, yeah, that'll be fun. Like, I feel like it's just gonna be a lot of rinse and repeat. But we'll see. And I'd imagine that's gonna be, like, a full part of just layouts. Probably more than once. Because I guess you have... Just thinking about it. You have, the basement as well. So, yeah, there's still a lot of rooms in it. But I've got a feeling like each room will, detailing-wise, will not take more than 5-10 minutes. Which will be nice for a change. Especially when you look at this room. It is funny to think about. With this tutorial, this is all one room. Because, I mean, even the lobby, which, you know, is fairly in one room. Like, it's still split up enough to where you can classify it as other rooms. But this one, no, this is all one. It's kind of absurd. Because, I guess you could even consider the, like, front, I guess, winged portion of the lobby as one part, and then, like, the back part is another where you go through the gates. But this doesn't have any gates or anything to classify another room. Unless you really wanted to count the different levels as different rooms, but they're not really rooms. They're balconies. At best. Or at most, something like that. I don't know, words are hard. And we still got another portion. But, yeah. It does feel like we're definitely starting to hit that point. I mean... Do I have a part number in my head? 32. Write it down. Write it down, folks. 32. That's my guess. I don't know. I could be far off, but... Because I'm just thinking right now we're on 23? 24 would be 1/2, then leave a bunch for the, like, detailing, and then just a couple for the ceiling. It might be more than that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I do always forget how much detail there is on the ceiling. But I can definitely, I think... There's some things that may be structure blocked and stuff. I just, at this point, it's like, get this thing done. There's other sections in this game, none that are ready, but, I mean... Well, chips is done, I guess. I don't really want to do it yet until prize counter's done, but... Anyway, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is, according to my calculations, part 23 of the Atrium complete. We got 2 walls. It looks almost done from this angle, except it doesn't at all. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.